Now to the latest developments on the fight against mosquito-borne illnesses in southern New England.
The Massachusetts Department of Public Health says a 5-year-old Sudbury girl is in critical condition tonight after contracting Triple E.
Health officials held a news conference this evening to discuss her case and what others can do to protect themselves.
Triple E is an equal opportunity disease. It can really strike anyone of any age. Again, this is a disease that can strike people of all ages. So far what we had seen this year had been older individuals, but this is just a reminder that everyone of any age should really take this disease seriously.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the Triple E virus is a rare but serious cause of brain infections and other neurological problems. There are very few human cases each year, but it can be fatal. We first reported 2 weeks ago when a Fairhaven woman died from the virus.
In Rhode Island, the Health and Environmental Departments announced today the state will begin aerial mosquito spraying Sunday night. That spraying will take place in locations that are in critical risk of Triple E.
And several southeast Massachusetts communities opted to move their Friday night football games up earlier to avoid peak mosquito times from dusk to dawn. Games that would normally start around 6 or 7 o'clock started at 4 o'clock instead.
Eyewitness News reporter Sheena Losciuto spoke with a former Taunton football coach who's applauding the time change. She joins us now from Providence with more on how the two states are working together. Sheena.
We just got an update from both health and environmental experts here in Rhode Island. They say they're working closely with our neighbors in Massachusetts to make sure they're doing everything they can. A big tip that they recommend for everyone: use bug spray that has DEET in it.
We will continue to gather data.
The director of the Department of Environmental Management is calling it a difficult situation. So far in Rhode Island, officials know about 1 human case of Triple E and 1 in a horse. The DEM says officials have detected it in mosquitoes in both Central Falls and Westerly.
So we work collaboratively across the borders, and it's particularly important in this instance in that if there's a positive right on our border, we want to protect our population.
We are working with the school department, as I had said before. If I didn't, I'm saying it now, to make sure that they are doing the same smart scheduling, which is avoiding scheduling of extracurricular activities late on the day.
A step some schools in southeastern Massachusetts have already taken. The football game at Taunton High School started 2 hours earlier as health officials urge the public to avoid being outside at sunrise or sunset. So instead of starting at 6, students and athletes were on their way home around then. Peter Higgins was a coach for years and is still involved in youth sports. He says the school made the right call as mosquito-borne illnesses pose a serious risk for both players and their fans.
Everybody's kind of had to move their schedule up because the #1 factor is safety here with the kids.
And I have a fact sheet here from the Rhode Island Department of Health. They want to remind you mosquitoes can begin to multiply in any puddle or standing water that lasts more than 4 days. So they recommend just checking around your house and dumping out any water that may be there right now. Reporting in Providence, I'm Sheena Losciuto, Eyewitness News.